Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now in today's video we're going to be starting out here with a couple ways to get yourself some free kills. This first one's going to be over on Chalet. This is going to be for the big window. Basically you just wait for the enemy player to punch it out or sit on the window, and then you toss your nitro out so it hits the window frame, and then you can blow it up to get yourself a free kill. Now this next one's going to be like a two-part like baity kind of setup. Now basically we're playing close for the third floor, but we're basically going to be playing to watch the West Main walk up, because you know how some teams they like to basically walk up West Main staircase, but they don't like roam clear from like trophy. Basically that's the idea, is the in a nutshell basically. Or sometimes some teams don't even bother to like roam clear third floor, so sometimes you get to sit up here. But basically the idea is you play pulse, you wait for people to like start droning outside the trench, you break open the big window, and then you use a nitro lineup to go ahead and get the free kill on the outside. Now if I'm not mistaken, there's no actual way for someone to hide outside of trench to avoid that nitro cell. I believe you can always get it as long as you can find a way to line it up perfectly. Now this next one is going to be over for Oregon. It's going to be for when people sit underneath the main default camera. We're going to toss it out right where I'm showing right here. Make sure to dodge the wood, and then you'll always be able to get that free kill. This next one's going to be over on console. This is going to be when the enemy team is pushing for admin. You're basically just waiting for the enemy team to repel in, and then you're basically tossing your nitro cell over the top of the break room wall to get yourself some easy kills. Typically people will try to dump utility to try to like avoid this nitro cell. But if they don't do anything at all, then yeah, it's always going to be a free kill. This next one's going to be over for Coastline. It's going to be for when the enemy players like to rappel onto the hookah window. We're going to go ahead and just pre-rip our nitro cell, wait for the enemy player to punch the window. This is the same thing as the Chalet nitro cell, by the way, where with the big window, you just wait for them to punch it, maybe they start shooting through it, whatever, and then you toss your nitro cell out to get yourself a free kill. Alright, now this round is gonna be like an actual like round where it's like it's kind of weird to win when you're a site player. So I wanted to show you guys my POV of like how to win when you're like a site player. Now the one thing I want you guys to understand is that when you're a site player, like naturally sometimes you're just gonna not have much to do. Don't get me wrong though, guys. There is certain positions, like for example in this position, you could say before Ram did this vertical, I could have been like on cameras. However, here's the thing that I want you guys to understand. If I get on camera, that opens up a gap for wine walk-in. Basically someone could go like trench or big garage and they could just walk in. There's no bar to stop them, and they could just kill me on pillar and take site. That's why I don't get on camera. That's just so you guys know. I know a lot of like people that like to roam think that their site players should always be 24/7 on cameras at the beginning of the round, but that's the main reason why I don't do it at the beginning of the round, is because if I'm the only thing that stops the enemy player from just walking in and taking all the space, then I can't be on cameras. Now right here we're in a 3v4 position. I'm gonna go ahead and get aggressive here with my shotgun to go ahead and kill I believe that was Habana. Now once I killed Habana, I actually evened out numbers, and then one of my other teammates ended up getting a kill as well. Now one thing to note though is that after I killed Habana, I reset the position by going into blue. Blue is very hard for the attackers to push. However, like I said, since I was no longer on pillar, Thatcher used that as an opportunity to walk in to take pillar. However, since we go ahead and killed like the enemy team's like roamers, basically like the attackers that were on vert, we're gonna basically be able to look for a pincer position here where we basically double swing for Thatcher planting to secure the round. Don't get me wrong, one of the things that could have happened that last round is that the enemy players could have killed my entire team that was roaming. However, in that specific round right there, I have to get aggressive to kill that Habana. Basically, as a site player, we have to stop the bleed. Either me have to get aggressive or the roamers have to get aggressive in that position. We basically have to even out those numbers at least a little bit, so that way we can make something happen later on in the round. And right there, after I got that kill Habana, I reset the position by going to blue. The reason why I reset the position there was because I didn't want to allow Thatcher to get a refrag opportunity onto me. I could have also easily taken a gunfight with Thatcher right away if we didn't get the numbers advantage, and my roamers did end up dying during that moment where they took gunfights with the vertical guys. Now this next round is going to be over on Chalet here. We're playing Ram, and basically the idea here is that we're looking for a pincer setup for Office and Master, basically. We're using Grim to basically get into Solar here. My Grim actually ended up killing the bandit that was playing my half wall, so what I'm able to do now is I'm able to ram into K9 here, and I basically just tuck myself into this corner, and I wait for people to come back over towards Piano here, and then we basically, everyone collapses onto the guys that are playing inside a Master Closet, Bathroom, Jungle, wherever you want to call it. We're basically penstering the position, basically. It's a very fast execute, but basically if you're very confident in your gun skill, it could be a really good option for you, so I wanted to bring it up in today's video. It basically gives opportunity on both sides, like either the Grim can make a play, because like I said right there, the Grim got a free kill off on Bandit, who was playing for me for K9 basically. So once he got into Solar, he basically peeks the Master Doorway, he gets a free kill for half wall for the Bandit, and then basically I, after seeing my teammate get that kill, can go ahead and push in through K9 to basically collapse onto the position, giving myself situational or positional advantage basically is the idea, and that's how we basically secure our round and basically make it a free position. That could easily be like a nice little duo strat to do with if you have like someone you can play duo queue with for Chalet. Especially if you're like more aggressive players, it's definitely a more fast-paced push for sure. Now next up we're going to be over on Cafe here. We're going to be attacking the basement bomb site. We went ahead and played upside down rappel for the double door here, and I ended up killing a warden for Bakery here to get myself a free kill very early on into the round. We basically used a Aurora and a Blackbeard to basically push out the warden, so then that's how I was able to kill him on the upside down rappels, because we pushed him out from behind the counter inside a Bakery. And in this position, after we go ahead and kill him, we're going to rotate into Bakery. Now we're going to go ahead and open up the main wall. We're going to start droning the main wall. The important thing to realize here that we need to do to basically win this round is we have to kill either the prep window guy or the guy that's playing on the left side of this breach. We have to kill either, well, more than likely we have to kill both of them, to be honest, but we have to kill at least one of them to basically open up this position. Right here we're going to end up actually seeing someone on prep window here, so we're going to go ahead and get a kill onto him. Ideally, you would have someone on the upside down rappel for Bakery double here to basically peek that prep window guy through the Habana holes I made earlier to get that kill like a different way basically, or the more ideal way. But we did end up killing him right there through the breach on that little pixel. And then the last guy we now have to kill to basically win this position is this Solus that's on the left side of the breach. He's actually going to be directly in the middle of the bomb site here. He's actually playing a prone position in the middle of the bomb site. And basically, I don't know if you guys have ever been in this position, but when you're in this position, you're basically stuck. He's most likely calling out to his teammates to give help, and basically what that actually enables to have happen here is that this mute is going to go ahead and try to swing me aggressively on the red head holes. We're going to go ahead and do a little like trick right there where we crouch and then we reach out from the other side of the doorway right there. So that way we can go ahead and get a free kill on Mute. And then so Mute's injured in the hallway. One of my teammates actually ends up killing Solus. We go for the default plant. The other guy in this position is actually going to be going through this rotate hole that's on the soft wall for the left side of kitchen here. And so we actually figure out like, oh, since my teammate mag dumped for the cover cross, basically that means the last guy in this position is going to walk through that rotate inside a site, and so that's why I know that he's there, is because my other teammate mag dumped, so he's going to be reloading, which means the only play for Rooney in that position is to walk through the rotate hole in sight to look for a play basically. Basically, my teammate was the cover for that rotate hole, basically, and I watched the double door, but since my teammate mag dump and he reloads, that means that Rooney takes advantage of that to walk through the rotate hole that my teammate should be watching, but I pick up on that, so I'm able to basically swing for the rotate hole in that position to basically cover cross for the defuse plant, and we go ahead and kill a Rooney to secure the round right there. Now next up we're going to be over on console here. We're going to be playing for the basement bomb site. Now for this specific bomb site, I usually play for the tunnel there, but they actually had a drone on me, so I had to actually rotate back to site here. We go ahead and fix up all the rotates, all the head holes. We basically set up the bomb site, and then basically what's going to end up happening here is that the enemy team got one early pick, but then my teammate goes ahead and gets a refrag onto it, and then what we're going to happen here is we're in a 4v4 position. Nobody's playing on our pillar in this position, which means yellow is now a constant threat, but we know that the main push of the enemy team is going to come from backside. So what I need to do in this position is I basically need to deny this hallway for the backside, because this is where I'm like currently playing, and we also need to deny for yellow pillar because none of my teammates are looking at it, but we know there's one person on it. We go ahead and quick peek right there. We see Flores on this yellow door on a pixel angle here. So we're basically now looking out to kill this Flores and stop the yellow push. If we kill this yellow guy, all we have to do is focus on backside in this position. So what I'm going to do here is I'm playing a nice little position here where I can now watch for yellow, and I can also help by swinging through the rotate as well to basically deny the tunnel that or the hallway that I was looking at earlier in the round. So you can see right here, I'm basically playing for 2 positions now. So right here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to play off of audio for Flores. However, one of my teammates is going to give me a call here that he needs help because Ash is walking up through the hallway. I'm going to swing aggressively. I'm going to end up injuring Ash in this position. And then I go ahead and immediately try to look for the Flores because I figured he would try to walk in. He doesn't do that, but he ends up backing up. And then as I go for the reload, he actually does end up trying to challenge, but now he's off timing basically, so I'm actually able to basically get aggressive in this position to get a free kill onto him. Last guy was injured, so we're going to go ahead and run over. We're going to go look for a nitro toss here, and we're going to go ahead and kill our injured as well as the guy who went to pick him up and secure the round. But anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!